Hello my darlings, this is video number 3 for January, and it's brought to you from an Istanbul airport hotel. Today we're going to do Guasha and a bit of stretch as usual. So without losing time, starting to warm up here. Breathing into the belly. You don't have to get up, but whatever you're doing, make sure this does not happen here. Curling the tail under. Ear towards the ceiling. The side, nice and gentle. No rushed movements. Nicely done. You can pulse here a bit without experiencing too much tension and stretch. Relax. Shoulder rolls. Twist a bit. Anchor the hips if you're standing. Shake the fingers as well. And then we do some head turns, nice and gentle. Keep the shoulders down. Breathing into the belly. Notice sometimes one side is better, easier than the other. The range of movement is bigger. There's nothing to fix as such, just an observation. Although if you wish, you could deliver a bit more effort, gentle effort on the side that feels like the range is more restricted on. Semicircle. Done. Bringing those hands into the trapeze. And then creating some movement here in those stuck parts and the collarbones, bringing the hands between the ribs and massaging outwards. I must admit I haven't done that for a few days, and for me it's a bit tender, which I'm surprised by, because that's not something that I often experience. But hey, we use it or we lose it, right? And then just the collarbones. Now we're just going to warm up the head and the ears and then do guasha. Space around the ears well. Super. And the head. Great. Now, I don't actually have any oil on, but this is an oily serum. So my plan is to use that. I might have to top up more frequently than I would otherwise. Use it on my lips, my eyebrows as well. Hey, cuticles, dry as well. You're not too precious about your product. Alright, it's a bit dry. And there, open your face already with the movement of your arms, hands. It's a simple guasha sequence today. Simple gliding movements, 30-degree angle. Let's do about 8 strokes on each side. Breathing, thinking positive thoughts. Avoid the front of the neck, but the sides of the neck are fair game. Particularly this stuff here, quite that tense muscle, so always good to work downwards here. And actually, it is quite tense in my case, so I'm going to specifically on this muscle do a few of those relaxing scraping movements. Don't press too hard into the muscle. And it's the upper part, upper third, upper half that is probably the tensest of them. Super. Let's work the jawline now. I'm going to just work underneath here with a nice flat stroke. All the way to the earlobe. Not too much pressure. Nicely done. Now just here. Not pressing on the throat. I'm staying strictly in the flat plane here, on the bottom of the mouth. Relax those shoulders. Super. Maybe finding a shorter edge of the stone. Relax the mouth. I'm smiling here because on camera, as I am on camera, you don't have to. Relax your mouth, relax your eyes. Super. Now let's do a cheek lift. Flat stone, just from the jawline here up to about the mouth corner. Maybe a little wiggle to finish. Don't go so far that your cheek starts to creep into your eye. It's plenty. And a wiggle. Nice. I'm going to work the mouth. Same short movements like we did on the chin here. Use any edge of the stone, maybe even this one. Or you could use, hey, here's what we could do in fact. Get a ribbed edge, a sawtooth edge. Just a bit of flattening for the surface, which is what I'm doing with my second hand. And then you can also use the ribbed edge. Okay, now let's do this piece here, and we're just going to take a short edge of the stone and do scraping movements, slide scraping movements from the bridge outwards into the nasolabial crease. And on the other side. And I suppose it would be useful just to clear a bit. Particularly if you are puffy. All this clearing stuff does apply more for the puffy, for the puffy types amongst us. Particularly if we're doing sculpting stuff, you don't need to necessarily clear so much all the time. And this one, in theory, you could have cleared maybe sinuses or something. I'm going to make sure that my eyelids, upper eyelids, have some oil in them. And I'm going to do a lovely relaxing movement where I take my guasha just over the arch. I'm not pressing on the eyeball. The pressure is upwards and outwards underneath the brow. And beat into the brow muscle. Brow muscle. I mean this one, corrugator. Make sure you spread the eye so that you aren't wrinkling here at the top. And then the other side. Nicely done. And then the last one we're going to do today is this bit here. And maybe stretch out a bit so that you aren't working into that crease number 11, yeah? So tender. Interesting. I didn't do gouache on my own face for a couple of for a month, maybe, I have to admit. So it is tender. Just even them out a bit. And then on my forehead, I'm not going to use guasha today as I don't plan to wash my hair today. So. And there is a little bit of oil on my forehead. But I'm going to leave it at that and do spirals. On the temples, above the brow. Maybe you can see better like this. finish by relaxing those hands. Pinch the lips. And you could make it louder, just a bit. Quite bad walls here, but isolation, soundproofing in this hotel. I hope this was useful, my darlings. Have a good rest of the weekend.